So, I haven't vlogged in a while. Summer and I have done videos, but we still have Gibble. We're leaving in just under 2 weeks. And like this time, 2 weeks from now, we're going to be in Rome. That's exciting. It's crazy. Yeah, we still have a lot to do. Don't mind the mess. It's like, I've been working on bedroom stuff. Yeah. The reality is kicking in. Like, we went through a period of surrealness. Like, we couldn't believe this is happening. And that lasted a while. Once we told our landlords we're leaving, that helped reality kick in. And then Summer told her employer she's leaving. They were so happy for her, which I'm glad. I haven't told mine because people who give their notice where I work get punished. So I don't want to deal with that. I just want to put my hours in. Like, I've seen grown-ass men cry while packing up. I've learned. And I'm sorry they went through that, but it taught me not to, give my notice. Like, I don't know how they feel. Like, they were being all superior doing that to somebody. But all it does is it indicates to other people not to give a notice. So, yeah. Anyway, so I think if I did, I would have lost my work from home days, which I still have. So I'd be working from the office today. I'd be working from the office next week. I pick up Summer at lunchtime. That's 2 days a week. That's $10 minimum. So it's $40 I'd be losing if I worked from the office, plus the extra gas to get there. So it would cost us an extra like $50-$60 if I worked from the office. So anyway, I just wanted to check in. Excited. Gonna see some more content soon. The dogs are so stressed. So I took stuff out of my suitcase. We're like taking stuff out. And somehow it went up 15 pounds without the dog. So I need to move stuff around again. Do I take my laptop out then bring it in carry on?
That's what I'm doing.
And then we still got people picking stuff up. I'll give you another house tour.
Gibble
has a home. Yeah, he's gone. So the only lizard left in here is Ryoko. And yeah, which he's accounted for. So all the pets have been successfully rehomed.
Except for these guys, they're coming.
But they're not needing to be rehomed.
They're coming.
He doesn't know that. He wants to make sure he's coming. All right, I got a suitcase to play around with. So we are having a moment where reality is starting to kick in a little bit more. As we sit in this mess. And right now we're like, oh my God, what a mess. But when we look back on this, we know that we're going to be like, oh, I miss my mess. Because that means I had things.
Yeah.
All right, so you were saying some?
I don't remember. What was I saying?
Oh, did I tell you? I'll wait till you're vlogging.
Oh.
There we go.
It had to do with something with my bag. I think, I have a treat pouch over there on the white thing.
Okay. I see dogs.
I'm going to try and bring that.
Under the horses, got it. Okay.
I'm going to try and bring that. That's my first treat pouch.
Oh, the one that Kim gave you?
Yeah. And I have a second one that's on my door, hanging on my door. That's the one I'm using right now as a treat pouch. That one's a bit bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that around me, and that's going to be my pocket. My little travel pocket. My little fanny pack.
Keep it safe. Under your shirt.
Well, I'm going to have this one too.
So reality is kicking in that we're moving to Europe. And by the time you see this, we should already be there. Mm-hmm. We have a plan. I hope we execute it right, because I've told it to a couple people, and to the people that I've told it to, they're like, oh my God, you have to do that. That is so funny. we're going to wait because we land in Rome on April 1st. So we're gonna announce we're in Rome, we're moving to Europe or some shit. I don't know how we're gonna word it yet. But basically, it's gonna be...
We're in the Rome airport and we're moving to Europe.
Yeah, something along those lines. And we'll be posting it on the morning of April 1st. Because we land in Rome at 1 p.m. and it's at like 1 p.m. local time. So I think that'll be like 2, 3 a.m. our time. So everybody's going to be waking up to that. Talked about going. Like, a lot of you know about it, that we're thinking of doing it. But because of work, I've had to keep it on the down low. And there's just been so much going on that I didn't really have time to talk to anybody, message anybody. We were waiting for the visas, so I didn't want to say anything. That went to spit, as some would say. And yeah, so from there we went, okay, let's get the tickets booked. And here we are. And we had, when did we book the tickets? Over a week ago now.
I think it was a week and a half ago.
Yeah. Right. I don't remember. Today is March 18th, because it's the day after St. Patrick's Day.
Which was yesterday. I have no idea. The only reason why I knew it was St. Patrick's Day is because Harshdeep, our cashier, was like, I'm wearing green on St. Patrick's Day, and nobody said anything.
Yeah, because apparently if you don't wear green, a leprechaun will pinch you. Yeah. And that's the...
I wasn't pinched.
I wasn't pinched either. I would have liked to be pinched. I think somebody's touching me. Anyway, so yeah. So as you can see, there's 2 suitcases here. You want to tell the lovely people how that happened and what that's about?
One of them is mine. And the other one is for us. Don't you see periwinkle in there? That's blue suitcase full of pet shops. That's ours.
So we got 1 suitcase each, and I told Summer, I'm like, okay, well, let's split and get a second suitcase, because I don't want a bunch of suitcases. So, you know, it's a fairly big suitcase. I'll split it with you. One, so I have to...
Could, but if it comes to the point where you really need it,
I can kick some stuff out. But I think...
showing my underwear?
Nobody was looking at your underwear. I was stretching. But I think that we're good. Like, I think that I'm okay. I got everything into 1 suitcase. I got it closed.
So it's going to be...
It's about 5 pounds over, so I got to take 5 pounds out. Ooh, that's really light. I might be able to give you some heavy stuff.
So it's, yeah. I have your printer in there. But...
I packed my laptop. Anyway, so that's that.
That's how I'm bringing my sweater. That's the only way I can bring my sweater.
It's fine. Went through clothes tonight, sorted everything. I have about 8 outfits, a bunch of socks, underwear. We went and bought new underwear. I got new socks at Christmas, so I didn't need that, but she got new socks and underwear. So yeah, that's a blanket in there. So those are going to be our pillows.
Pillows and a pair of pajamas for when we land and we go into our Airbnb.
I have that in my backpack.
And I have my PJs.
Oh, this is so surreal, guys. Like, I don't know, like, some of you know this, and some of it I've kept to myself. I've always wanted to go to Italy. That one I think I've been really vocal about. It's been my dream place. Alternatively, I would have loved to, like, Greece was that next. And Greece to me was, I've always wanted to live there, but I never really said anything because it's such a pipe dream. Like, I never thought I'd ever be able to live there. The fact, guys, that we're moving to Albania, it is a combination of Greece
and
Italy. Guys, we're moving to the Mediterranean. Never in a million years. Like, this is like dream come true. Like, never in a million years. Like, living in China has definitely opened up opportunities for us, and it's shown us how things are possible and to think globally, not locally. And That's a big help. Like, if it wasn't for, and that's what we were talking about, if it wasn't for my experience living abroad and knowing how things work abroad and how to do it, this never would have happened. 100%. I had to go looking for this opportunity, and then I had to look for it, but then this opportunity just fell in my lap, which I'm super thankful for. But had I not started on this journey, I never would have found it. And even if I would have found it, I wouldn't have been in the right mindset. I would have been like, teaching English in Albania? Like, yeah, right. And I would have moved on. So,
who does that?
We do. Anyway, I just wanted to say, like, we are so thankful for the opportunities that we have, and we look forward to bringing you guys along on some adventures. This is not like China, where we're kind of stuck in the middle of nowhere with nothing to do. Like, in China, we had the money to travel, we just didn't have the means. It was so hard navigating your way around, whereas where we're going, it's predominantly English speaking. We have access to everything. Durrës, the beach, is only like a 45-minute ride away. Greece is a 3-hour ride away, which we're going to have to go there. So,
and it was expensive to try out or to fly in and out of China. And it was expensive. Like, we looked at going to Japan so many times, and we were like, it's so expensive. We looked at, we looked at going to Korea. We were like, it's so expensive.
We went to Thailand, but that's because I had to go to Hong Kong. And so I was like, okay, well, while we're in Hong Kong, Thailand's really cheap. Let's do it. And that's the only reason why we went there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we flew to Sanya.
Which, again, it's China.
Yeah.
Whereas it's so cheap to fly within Europe. Like,
if we can get somebody to watch the dogs, we can fly to Italy. Well, our flight from Rome to Tirana, without the dogs, we would be flying out that night, and it was $26 Canadian. Mm-hmm. That's like 15 euros. Mm-hmm. Like, get somebody to watch the dogs, or even go for the night and be like $15 each. It's a freaking movie ticket. Go fly to Italy, grab some pizza, spend the night in an Airbnb, fly back the next day. Done. Like, we're going to be able to go and do those little adventures, and looking forward to bringing you guys along and on this journey. And
that's something we're thinking about too. Like, as we're packing, we're like, okay, we should bring this, and then we're like, but it's Europe, so we don't really need that.
And I posted online asking, like, what do we need to bring? And everybody's like, Spain is like right there and it's cheap. You can go to Spain and get it. You can go to Italy. You can go to Greece. Whatever you need, go to Greece. Like, they have everything. So, yeah.
And we have like big Starbucks cups that, again, on that white thing, we have big Starbucks cups that's like, okay, like, we brought some from China, and we were like, okay, like, I was thinking at least, like, oh, it'd be nice to bring at least one, and then I'm like, why? They have tiny little espressos, like, and rather than going around carrying this big, like, you can make your own coffee at home, in this big thing and like go around with it, but why when you can just stop at a cafe, get a shot of espresso, and keep moving?
Another thing too is we're starting to see some of the culture shock differences. The other day, I have a friend in Albania, and I messaged him and I was asking him, like, hey, you know, because Summer was packing, and she's like, do we need, when we go to the States, she steals a bunch of straws from, like, you know, restaurants and stuff.
Plastic straws.
Because they have plastic straws and we don't. So she keeps them in her bag, and we've got an ongoing supply of it. And she's like, do I need to bring these? And I'm like, I don't know. So I messaged my friend and I was like, do you guys have paper straws or plastic straws? And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, at your restaurants, like, to drink, do we need to bring plastic straws? And he's like, no, just drink out of the cup. Like, it's glass. And then I was like, oh my God, like, yeah, like, it's all glass. You guys don't do takeaway like we do here. Like, the culture is really, like, okay. Yeah, all right. And then we were watching that video because last night I was like, we're going to be in Rome. So, hey, wait a minute. There's McDonald's at the airport. Italy, every country has their own special McDonald's. So it's like, what does Italy have? And sure enough, they had glass dishes at McDonald's, like a silver spoon. They're stirring their cappuccino with a spoon. And then they had this little dish that their croissant was on a glass plate. And we were like, what? It's 10 o'clock. And let me turn that off. Anyway, so that was the thing. It was
And then their cups, they have paper cups, but there's no lid and there's no straw. So you just
drink it.
No stress.
And that's why I kind of like, I'm thinking like our plastic straws that we have, like I want to pack a couple of them and maybe have those in our bag. So when we go somewhere, we could just, you know.
And that's what we used to do, because we used to do that in China too. China was starting to have paper straws here and there.
Except for Starbucks.
Yeah, they had plastic. But they were starting to do it. So we were like, okay, let's keep some, like, I think we had like two or three maybe in my bag at all times, just to make sure that we have a straw if we need it. Whereas here, those weren't enough here. I needed plastic straws on hand everywhere. I had some in my locker at work. I had some in the car. I had some in my bag. Like, I needed straws everywhere. But in China, we were okay with the plastic one here and there, because it wasn't much.
Yeah.
They don't do glass dishes, but they either had plastic or...
I'm starting to zone out. I'm falling asleep.
Anyways, we don't need them there.
I stopped listening. That look on my face, that was...
Okay.
Lights are on, but nobody was home. So on that note, I think we're going to go grab something to drink and then get ready and go to bed. I'm still working full time because work doesn't know, so I still got to pretend. They asked...
Mine does.
Yeah, they asked me yesterday to pick my work from home days for April, and I was like, yep, I'll take this one and this one. So now they're going to have to redo the schedule, but you know what? Don't be assholes. And you'll get a notice. Her job knows.
Yeah,
And
cool.
they were so supportive of her, and so everybody's so excited for her. Whereas for me, 100%, if I were to tell them that I'm moving to Europe, they would tell me to fuck off. And why am I still working then? Just go. Because they have told that to people before. I've seen grown-ass men cry when they gave their notice. I've made notes that when I quit, I'm not giving my notice. Every single time somebody would quit, they treat them like shit. And every single time I go, I'm not giving a notice. So don't be an asshole.
Oh, shoot. I need to pack my Alexa.
And it's so hard because I really, I want to do the right thing. But again, I can't risk my job, and I'm not going to risk my mental health. I got enough stress. I don't need more from there. Anyway, we will talk to you soon. Thank you for... I was thinking Felamanderit.
Isn't that thank you?
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye. Felamanderit.